Hello there, welcome to my, Ottoman World Conquest attempt. That is at least the plan. Ottomans start in a pretty good position to do, well, virtually everything. They have a ton of provinces, they have a ton of cores, and they actually start in a pretty good position when it comes to dealing with Muscowy and everything up north. We also are in a good position to potentially head jurisdictly on Granada, and thus potentially even, I think, vassalize Granada peacefully if we make things or do the right moves here. The only problem is distance. So making our move over, what I'm actually planning on doing is just declare war day one, no problem, declaration of Granada, take one of the provinces for potential fabrication of claims, and then we'll probably just go ahead and peacefully vassalize them. I think, or forcefully vassalize them. I think that is a good plan. By doing that, we should be perfectly capable of, taking down Castille, Aragon, and Portugal before they become a big colonizer. And other than that, we'll use the rest of our forces more or less just to, take everything else in the area more or less. That is basically the extent of my plan. We can also take some pretty good ideas in the beginning. We probably don't need that. I don't want any extra national rebuff risk. This one's good, so we'll take that. City of the World's Desire, take care of Byzantium. We'll probably do that. Achieve religious unity, though, is actually going to hand me over both admin and diplomacy points. We're going to take that instead. That is kind of the way that I measure things. We're lucky enough to get a missionary guy to help us out. Trade efficiency can also be useful. And we'll take the manpower guy. It's basically just see at this stage. I am going to, as I said, declare a day one war here on Granada. I'm a little bit unsure how many troops they actually have, so let's take a quick look on that. Well, I should probably go off the name, considering that it's probably kind of hard to find them in that list. Granada. Where you at, boy? There we go, 4,000 men, shouldn't be an issue, but I think I'll wait with doing anything. No, we'll actually declare right away. It's the safest bet. Of course, war exhaustion, the stability and all that is kind of bad, but it's nothing that we can't handle. And again, it's kind of just to make sure that I do get everything that I want from them. Also, Ottomans do have a pretty good ruler, Mehmet 556, and hopefully we can keep him going for quite a while. But first goes first. Granada entered into a military alliance with Morocco. So hopefully Morocco won't actually join the war, because that would be pretty annoying. But all in all, we should be able to deal with it, or deal with them even if they do that. The goal, of course, right now is just to deal with Albania, take back more or less most of our cores, things like that. Basically, just consolidate a fairly good power base here. So we're just going to declare war on. Wow, these guys have set up quite the alliance system already. Belkadir. So basically, if I declare war on one of these guys, I'll probably drag in all four. It's not a bad deal. We're just going to go ahead and declare war on these guys. Aggressive expansion. A lot of people apparently have a interest in Kandahar, but we don't care about that. We are going to declare that war. I can potentially go with mercenaries here, so that's not really a problem. I'm going to join up. I should probably have made sure that my forces had gone across the channel before I declared war, though. That is a rookie mistake on my part, but I'm going to send these guys to Granada, and we'll see how everything turns out over there. I'll get back to you once we actually start fighting in the area and things like that. An alliance with Algiers, I don't think that would be beneficial at this stage, so we're not going to do that. We'll be focusing on taking out the colonizers first, and then we'll be going through Aquiconliu, Georgia, the Golden Horde, up to Muscovy and kicking their ass. We'll see how this ends up. The battles that we went through in Granada took its toll. I don't actually have enough troops to siege everything. That's not a problem. They'll probably solve that or sort that out by themselves. They did manage to block my army here before I managed to actually do anything, which of course is a hilariously rookie mistake on my part. We are going to hire a general here, only to shock, but he'll have to do. We're going to reduce war extortion. We're going to boost our administrative, setup more or less. We do kind of need that. I kind of hate using points on that, but in this case it's probably necessary. Attacking in the mountains is potentially a very bad idea, so what I'm going to do instead is basically just siege Karaman, allow them to take Amasya, And hopefully here, by taking Karaman, I can slowly pick them off one by one. That's at least my plan, or what I'm thinking will probably work out. And we'll have to see if that's actually the case by, well, the end of the war, of course. We also go to fabricate claims on the Byzantium or Byzantine provinces, and of course also Athens. We'll not be fabricating a claim on Constantinople because I'm pretty sure I can get the mission before we reach that point. When it comes to ideas, I think we'll go for the let's see here, where's the idea? Oh, we have that for start, good. But anyways, I think we'll go with admin ideas. Add another -25 to core costs, and with another -25, all we really have to do is fabricate claims in every single direction and more or less just fight. These guys are all going to Konya, which means that I get a defensive benefit of that. Depends though if it will really be a benefit or not if we don't get some good modifiers here. We got a crossing and a -2 to terrain, and with that the war here is done. So as you can see here, 800 to 6,000, and with that this war is already over. And I'm pretty sure if I do get another victory here, that all that's required now is sieging. So we'll do just that, and hopefully we can get every single province without anyone interfering. I'll also most likely just declare more or less a straight war on Trebizond. Akakonliu will just be fabricating a bunch of claims everywhere. But all in all, I think I will be getting what I'm after here. That's at least what I'm hoping for. Can't be trusted. I guess in this case, piety is kind of important. Just kind of important, not that really important, but kind of important. Since it might as well show you piety here. It gives you modifiers to tax, manpower, and technology costs, so it's definitely important. That's on the minus side, up to -10%. If you have on the plus side, you get a bonus to missionary strength and morale of armies, which also is good. I think we'll go with just getting. No, I went in the wrong direction. I'm silly. It would be nice to convert all the provinces. Yeah, I actually went in the right decision. My bad here. Well, we have provinces that needs converting, and before we take the religious ideas, we definitely will be needing to. We'll definitely be sticking to the to having positive piety. That's at least what I'm planning here. Now, however, we'll allow the sieges of these provinces here to finish. We'll hopefully get these sieges in Granada over also quickly. We kind of need to vassalize them rapidly, more or less. So we'll see what we end up with on these two plans. Military-wise, we are losing some manpower, but that should be fine. And also, the next war will be most likely against Akakonliu, and I'm pretty sure I'll just go for a straight out annex, because that'll allow me to basically make a bold neck here to make sure no one else goes north, and potentially we'll probably also fabricate claims from Georgia and to some degree Crimea. We'll see what we end up with. We have a lot of targets. Siege of Karaman is done, and with that we'll go for annexation here. I believe I can do that without too much aggressive expansion. Of course, there'll be a bit, but I can live with that. It's livable, and also aggressive expansion gain is well, pretty much lowered, which is a very good thing here. Can't I? They have actually moved their capital. Oh. Well, I have no idea if that's actually a patch, but it doesn't matter. If I end up with a war with, as you can see here, Bosnia and Serbia, I think I'll just vassalize them. Again, it's using diplomacy points on vassalization is not the worst of ideas, to be perfectly honest. I can definitely make that work. So for now, again, that we cannot make work. Ahmed 232 needs to die. He's too poor. 232. That is a little bit better than your average, elected leader, but he's still bad enough to warrant a death sentence, to be perfectly honest. So that is exactly what will most likely hand him. But that doesn't matter for now. We'll still focus on the sieging of these guys, and then we'll go after Byzantium after this, I think. While we fabricate claims on... I don't actually have to fabricate claims on these guys, but the fact that allying with the Mamluks makes them a, well, not a tasty meal. So I guess we'll fabricate claims on our Trebizond instead, and make something work there. We'll see. We'll solve that later. For now, however, we'll just wait with Granada and see if we can get them to fall soon. They are stubborn because they're near close to the sea, I think, so I might have to send my navy over there. We'll see. There we go. As you can see here, we have the vassal Granada safely aboard. People will not like this, of course, and a lot of people will be very, very upset, among them Castille, which has a pretty pissed view about me, my occupational expansions here. We're going to start improving the relations with Granada right away. I want to annex them as soon as the time limit goes out, and the reason of that is, of course, very simple. I do want to start fabricating claims on Andalusia, Cadiz, and Murcia. That will be my, three first targets. Then we'll go after Portugal, Alentejo, Algarve, and potentially I might actually go after Galicia too in the war with Spain, or Castille, in order to start fabricating claims in the northern region as well. Just again, to make sure that I can shut them out. But I definitely need to make sure that they can't colonize. That's the prime goal, more or less, behind, well, more or less all of these wars that I will be fighting now. And thus, I will not be looking too much towards Europe. I will, of course, try and hamper France, for instance, but it's not that much of a important goal for me. The fact that the Mamluks already have joined the coalition is kind of annoying, but again, not really too much I can do about that at this point. We'll just have to deal with it. And Byzantium is again a definite target here. Only Serbia will help them too, so I can then go for the vassalization of Serbia instead. But I think the thing what we'll be doing now, once the war is over, declare war on Byzantium, fabricate a claim on Trebizond, and then we'll just party, more or less. We rule as we see fit, try to improve their situation. We'll go with that. What if I Duke is for a stability point? I think that is fairly alright. Or to prevent the loss of a stability point, I can live with that too. So I can't demand a full annexation, because we still need to re-siege this, which is a little bit annoying, but not much I can do about that either. We're going to leave the siege squad and move ourselves over to Byzantium and just start the war there, I think. We kind of need to do a lot of rapid expansion here to, first and foremost, have the power that we need, but second of all, to deal with the colonizers before they become a threat. So there we go, Candor has become a part of our country, and with that we can also just fabricate a claim on Trebizond. And we have some Turkish patriots here on my team. Good. That's what we like to see. People who know who to root for. But yeah, as I said, we're going after these guys right away. Constantinople and Achaia will be the goal. And with this, I'll fulfill a mission that I didn't actually plan to, well, do just yet. And I think we'll also end up taking Athens here. By mistake, of course. Seems to be something outside. I'll go check what it is and get back once it gets a little bit more quiet. I figured out what the sound was with my headset. It sounded like a plane, a propeller plane, but it turned out to be my neighbor cutting the grass, and that grass cutter is loud as hell. That is fine. Negative point. Portugal decided to join the coalition against us, which is kind of weird with 7 aggressive expansion, but I can't really blame them. Which means that I kind of need to make sure that the Mamluks leaves the coalition. So we'll not be doing anything against the Mamluks. We'll be going after Trebizond as soon as the claim is done. We'll be going after Georgia, of course, too, once the claim is done. It's a vassal of Karakonlu. Are you serious? Doesn't matter. We'll fabricate claims. We'll move north, and everyone will be happy. We'll have to fight Karakonlu, but that should be fine. As you can see, the war against well, the Byzantines is more or less already over. The claim on Trebizond is done, so we're going to move our troops over there. And of course, the Athens guys have decided to, well, play a joke on me here. Again, I kind of want to. I'm a little bit unsure if I need to lose piety, because if I don't go after anything that requires religious unity, now fine. But I kind of also want to be able to convert these provinces pretty quickly. I think we'll go with a increase in the missionary strength. It should speed things up quite a bit, which of course will be important. And also the fact that I keep myself out of the way of the of the Mamluks should help with relations there. Should probably set my rivals though, although I haven't been in war so far, haven't actually given me the opportunity to do so. But Trebizond is next target. They're all allied with Georgia. How the hell can they be allied with Georgia? Oh, they broke free. I like this. I might actually go for taking the provinces here without a claim. It might be actually... No, I think I'll just go for vassalizing Georgia in this war. Yeah, I'll go for vassalizing Georgia if they join in. If not, I'll vassalize them anyways. And then we can just force anyone to hand back the provinces here. Well, it's just one province, so I'll probably not force them to hand back anything. All things considered. We'll deal with the rebels once we're actually done with the war, which... sieging-wise is taking an incredibly long time. Might be that I'm just unlucky or that I need to set up my siege armies better, but this is kind of ridiculously slow. Anyways, we have gotten a fairly alright start here. The vassalization of Granada is done, which means that things are going according to plan. We are taking Trebizond and slowly but surely moving towards the... well, Muscovy too, so I can't complain on that score. But the only real other issue at this point is that I will most likely try and go for Naples here. They have an alliance with Genoa, which makes them no concern at all. But I kind of want to secure the coast. So, going both directions is probably the best move. But again, there are 3 powers that need to be prioritized above everyone else. England, Portugal, and Castille. Portugal and Castille are main priority. Then England, then Aragon, then France. So, there's a lot of things that need to be taken. And England seems to actually have won the 100 Years' War on their own, which is a little bit surprising. But it could lead to a weaker France, which of course is good for me. But a strong England could be really scary if they manage to take out the miners and Scotland before I can make my way up there. So, every positive thing it has a, well, negative as well. I guess what we'll actually do in order to deal with England is, once I actually go for taking Granada, or integrate Granada, take Cadiz, Andalusia, Murcia, and Vizcaya or Navarra, I think. Fabricate some claims on, if these are still English then we'll fabricate claims on them. Try and take them, place an army in Scotland, and basically move from there. But, yeah, there's a lot of things that need to be considered here before we can really do anything. If Burgundy survives and keep the power balance in Europe here pretty, well, equal, then we have a good chance. But I'll wait and see until we can actually say something for certain. For now, however, we'll leave it as it is. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.